turning scraps, unused items, and vintage into an upcycled indoor garden nook. Sustainable design, lifestyle, and purposeful living. Welcome to Lakshmi Bee. Join us for afternoon tea in our upcycled indoor garden nook. An entire dining room and dining set created from unused items, scraps, and vintage pieces. Every single item you see here has been upcycled, sourced, donated, restyled, and recreated from scratch using items that are already in circulation. Let's dive into the story and the making of our afternoon tea room. Fabric art wall. This beautiful fabric art wall was upcycled from some fabric that was donated to us by a curtain company. These were unclaimed client orders and faulty fabric that were going to go to the dump. The lovely lady who owned the fabric warehouse gave us about 30 rolls, which we have decided to upcycle and use as wallpaper in our indoor garden nook. My mum, Susan, the incredible artistic genius, has painted this beautiful delphinium garden. The whole thing was entirely hand painted over a couple of months using fabric paint. It's amazing what you can do with something that could have ended up in landfill. Here I am cleaning up the space and preparing it to hang up our wallpaper, and this is the finished product. How beautiful did this turn out? Wow. Upcycled indoor gates. Now these gates are very special. I actually hand carved and cut out this entire design featuring the beautiful Lavender Coco cat logo. My mum and I created this design together, and you will see it's made out of something pretty unexpected. We ended up using an old TV box. So this is the box our TV came in, and instead of tossing it away into landfill, it made perfect for these indoor gates. These are the poles that we had rolls of fabric on that were left over, and I've painted those to finish off the gates. And the foam containers that were protecting the TV cabinet made perfect side poles to actually hold the gates. And the crazy thing is, it actually slotted in perfectly, and you can open and close the gates seamlessly. Can you believe all of this out of a TV box? Pretty crazy what you can do. Upcycled lanterns. Now these DIY lanterns are so cool. I actually made them out of some soft drink bottles, magnets left over from shopping center advertisements, and 2 protein shake containers. So I just did a little bit of DIY here, just created this design myself, added some black paint, and there you go. Absolutely incredible. I'll link the tutorial for these lanterns at the bottom of this video if you want to give one a go yourself. And then look at that, just finished off with a couple of handles. There you go, a perfect finish to the gates. upcycled custom art dining chairs. Now this dining set we've had for years, and the chairs were actually completely scuffed up and destroyed by our cat, and they were looking pretty disgusting. And there's a little culprit. In the name of upcycling and sustainability, we decided to keep the chairs and reuse them again by making some brand new covers. Now the chair cover fabric, this was also leftover curtain fabric that was donated to us. So this was perfect for using for the dining chairs. And I've made this pattern myself just by measuring out the chair, selected a couple of different fabrics because we didn't have enough to do all of them. So I've mixed two fabrics together from that curtain fabric, cut out the pattern, and created the covers. And my mom, Susan, has got her magic going again and has hand painted these beautiful delphinium flowers for the backs of each chair. These are so special. She's hand painted them, hand embroidered them, and finished them off with some beautiful sequins we got from South India on our trip to our family's hometown of Bangalore. Look how incredible this is. This is the same delphinium flower that you see on the wallpaper. Beautiful matching set. And if you look closely, she's put a beautiful message on each chair, inspired by the fruits of the spirit. So you've got self-control, faithfulness, patience, love, humility, joy, kindness, peace. And there you have it. Everybody gets to sit on a bit of faith and magic. Good vibes. Customized flower displays. Now these are our flower displays for the middle of the table. The flowers are actually a mix of flowers that we got from a local fabric store, and they're also combined with handmade flowers that my mum Susan has created. So we ended up mixing them together to create these beautiful flower displays, which are a perfect finishing addition for this table. And the urns, I actually got these from a local craftsman. They came in charcoal and I've just painted them black using leftover house paint. Customized cake stands. Now I love these cake stands. Would you believe this? So I got these cake stands and completely customized the top using a salt and pepper shaker. So we got these salt and pepper shakers in our Christmas stockings from my grandma, and we didn't really know what to do with them. And I thought, oh my goodness, they match the Lavender Coco brand. Let me paint them. So I hand painted them to match the Lavender Coco brand. And man, did they come out so nice. And because it's a salt and pepper shaker, it's got a hole in the bottom. So I actually took it out and created a fixture that would actually fit on the cake stand. So I got the same screw just from our local hardware store that matches the cake stand screw, and they fit in perfectly in the bottom of these salt and pepper shakers. And I just cut up some fabric just to stuff them so it would cover up where the holes are at the top, and just with some glue stuffing them. And this also gave it a bit of weight so they would sit nicely on the stand. And there you go. Perfect fit for that cake stand. Can you believe this? A salt and pepper shaker. It's so cute. Wow. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of creativity. And there we've got the yummy Lavender Coco treats on the stand. Custom napkins. Now this fabric someone had actually gifted to us, and I thought this matches perfectly. So I took the fabric and made custom napkins. And the little trim you see was fabric that was donated to us by our neighbour who works at a furniture factory, and they had all these samples left over. So I used that for the trimming. Absolutely stunning. perfect finish. 1950s vintage tea set. I love this tea set! The story behind this, my great grandmother was known to have these beautiful tea sets, and there was one that my mom described to me, and I really wanted to find it because it was all given away. So I scoured the net for hours and hours and hours, and I found the exact set that was in my mind that was similar to my great grandmother's tea set. It was made in the 1950s and owned by one family that had it since it was new, and it was all the way from Italy in a vintage store. I ended up ordering it, and the ladies were so lovely and got it to us safely, and here it is. Now it's got a beautiful home in our home, hope to last for many more years to come. Vintage silverware service set. I love this vintage silverware set. I'm actually not sure how old it is, but the person I got it from, they had suspected that it could have been 60s or 70s. The print, you can no longer find it from this brand. They don't produce it anymore. It's an 8-person service set, all silver plated. Most of the cutlery was still in its original packaging, and it looked like they just used the knives and forks once or twice. The condition was absolutely phenomenal. Repurposed charger plates. I can't believe how well these match my dining set. So these were actually left over from someone's wedding, and the person had had their wedding and obviously didn't want them anymore and listed them on a local site, and we found them, and they're a perfect addition to the set. Custom Lavender Coco menus. So this is actually our Christmas dinner menu that we trialed out for the Lavender Coco Cafe, and we also had some custom drinks. Upcycled fashion. The upcycled fashion pieces that we wore were completely handmade from scratch, using vintage pieces and unused items that we already owned. And my outfit I made out of my old business skirt, and the top part was from a jumpsuit that I no longer wear, and that jumpsuit was actually originally made from my mum's nightgown. So that's a double upcycle. And now this is technically a triple upcycle. I use my brother's old belt, some fabric scraps, and basically I just took apart those garments, ironed and pressed them all out, and cut out a new pattern for my dress. And with my brother's old belt, I just stripped off the old leather that was on top and hand painting it white with some shoe paint. And the fabric scraps, these were left over from client wedding dress orders that I had done. And some of this fabric was actually made from upcycled bottles and melted down DVD players. So there you go, completely upcycled, sustainable outfit, and I've just finished it off there with some pearls that were left over from a wedding dress that I did. The tulle on my sleeves was donated to me from a colleague who works at a large shopping centre who got it from a dress store that was closing down, all saved from landfill. Susan's outfit. My mom, aka the Bee and Lakshmi Bee. My mom's outfit was made from a linen jumpsuit that we got from a fashion show that we did. They were doing a clothes swap for sustainability, and her details were made from those wedding dress fabric scraps. And she has hand-pieced these beautiful flowers together and finished them off with some beautiful embroidery and some scraps from some other outfits that we've made in the past. The shoes we got from an upcycling conference, where again they were doing another clothes swap, so you give a donation and take a piece of fashion home. Lavender Coco's afternoon tea. It is tea time. So now we are setting the table, and my mom, Susan, has prepared this beautiful banquet of afternoon tea, and we've got some delicious sandwiches, all different types, with pestos, avocado. We've got vegan tuna, vegan cream cheese sandwiches. We've got vegan sausage rolls and vegan pastries and cookies. 100% plant-based afternoon tea. So these are all our savouries over here. Delicious savoury snacks garnished with some tomato and olives, capers, ready for the plant-based cupcakes and treats, scones with vegan cream and jam, coconut cakes, chocolate cakes. Absolutely phenomenal. You have to try these at some point. Hopefully we can open a cafe at some point soon. That would be amazing. A beautiful cafe in the gardens. Yes. Oh my gosh, the chocolate cream on top was so freaking good. It was kind of like a mud cake. It was so beautiful and rich. Oh, my mouth's watering. Afternoon tea time. Afternoon tea time. Yes! Cookies. Let's go. Now I'm just serving the water out. I love this set so much. It's so good when you're entertaining like friends or family or like Christmas dinner. Everybody just loves it. And can you believe vintage sustainably sourced upcycled? What? Crazy. But I love it so much because it just brings character to the whole table. And like you're getting pieces that are so random, they're like one-offs, you're never gonna find them anywhere else, and it's like you get a set that's just totally unique, creative and sustainable. So here we have Rohan, my youngest brother, joining us for the afternoon tea, ready to dig into the treats. Now let's enjoy this wonderful feast. Eating! We worked on this entire project for about a year in bits, from the sourcing, from the recreating, from the upcycling. It was a long project and it was a lot of fun to work on, just finding all the pieces and assembling them. But yeah, it's amazing what you can do using things that you have or things that are already in existence, saving things that could have gone into the dump. Thank you for joining us for afternoon tea. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for joining us at Lakshmi Bee. If you were inspired or encouraged by this episode, please like and share with your family and friends. We have plenty more content to share with you, so subscribe for the next episode. Together, we can all help make a global difference by simply using what we already have and being the great person we were created to be.